Do you deserve to be happy? This is a question that's been on my mind lately, probably because I have a child that is taking antidepressants, and recently that dose was increased. And I don't necessarily agree with that being the best way to handle her depression, but that's for another that's for another video. The question, do you deserve to be happy, I think is one that's worth investigating. And I think you have to start with, what is happiness? And Google defines happiness as the state of being happy, which happy is just a single emotion. And you have to wonder, are we so, one dimensional that we are just seeking one emotion? I don't think so. I don't think that's true. I think that in general, we're looking for a life where we can feel content, where problems are not just popping up all the time, right? And so I know that's what I'm looking for in my life. And I remember the term, the pursuit for happiness, and that everybody deserves, to have the pursuit of happiness. But maybe not everybody deserves to be happy. In many ways, I think that we control our destination. Now, in some ways, we don't. If we're walking down the road and we get struck by lightning, fair enough. You're pretty unlucky at that point. But in many ways, we do. The decisions that we make today will affect where we are in a year, in a decade, even in 50 years. Every decision we're making has a cascading effect. And every decision that we don't make has a cascading effect as well. And so I think that if you're feeling unhappy or you're disappointed with where you're at in life, you really have to stop and look at where you are and how you got there. And you have to consider whether or not you really truly made decisions with a goal in mind, or if the decisions were just made because you didn't pay attention. And right now, what I see with a lot of people is them burying their heads into TikTok, YouTube, TV shows, different things like this, and really ignoring the problems that are in their life. And then on the other side of that, they're wondering why they feel so anxious. But it's because these things haven't been dealt with. These decisions haven't been made. And the answer that a lot of, psychiatrists are giving, whether or not it's their professional opinion or if it's from a parent urging, is to give some medication to help with ADD and or help with the depression. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I think that can be a good thing if used correctly. But if you're giving ADD medication, or if you're giving antidepressants, but you aren't pushing someone to really deal with the actual problems, I don't think it's really going to do anything. I think at the end of the day, burying your head in the sand, and ignoring your problems, there are decisions that are being made. That is a decision by itself, and life isn't going to go very well. And to that point, if you're unhappy and you feel like people aren't paying you attention, or you don't have good relationships, but you also spend your time being rude and inconsiderate of people, and you don't know why people don't talk to you, I think you have to spend a little bit more time connecting the dots. Anyway, mini rant, and a little bit off the cuff, but I'll see you in the next one.